if you are having a hard time finding your oatmeal, don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, Fred was supposed to take care of that. I make it perfect pot. I go around, do something, and it's gone. Oh, we may have ghosts or something like that.
Just don't look in the closet.
There's a closet on deck 13 you do not want to open right now.
And there's one bathroom in the whole ship, and it's right in the middle of the ship.
Well, I think I know who our oatmeal culprit was. Did you notice these little tribbles over here in this other room?
That's the other closet on deck 13 you shouldn't open.
Don't open it. Yeah, don't open it.
I thought you had gotten rid of all of those.
It might be purring, but don't open it.
And how about you there, since we're talking about tribbles? What's been going on?
Just getting excited for Picard coming soon. So just looking forward for an exciting series.
I agree. It's going to be way awesome.
Speaking of clips, there is a rather funny clip I saw last week. It's a Star Trek Star Wars mashup. Yeah, the Enterprise, Picard's Enterprise D encounters the Death Star. And Picard's crew is telling him, sir, we're caught in this tractor beam. And then Vader shows up on the view screen and he goes, I'm sensing a presence I haven't had in a while. And then he goes, nerds. And Picard's like, oh, no, not you again. It's hilarious.
I think I've actually seen that one. It's animated, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
I have seen that one. It is definitely interesting. For those of you that haven't checked it out, if you want to chuckle, go ahead and see it. But you might not like it if you're a huge Star Wars fan. Just saying.
Baby Yoda do 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 do. Baby Yoda do do do. I swear, I have had that stuck in my head ever since that freaking day that I can't get it out of it. I just can't get it out of there.
The problem is you keep going throughout your entire week with no problem whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, for some random reason, you just go,
Baby Yoda do 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 do.
See, it happens.
Baby Yoda do 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 do.
Goes right in your head, and then it's stuck there for like a half hour at least.
Oh.
Papa Luke do 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 do. Mama Leia do 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 do. Cousin Hans do 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 do. Puppy Chewie. This is how often it's stuck in my head.
She's written the entire song in her head.
Okay.
Next week, Heather will have the Star Trek version of it.
Oh my God, I need to.
You just opened another can of beans. It was bad enough you got the tribbles going. Now you're going to get this going with Heather. Thanks a lot, Fred.
Fred just fed the tribbles.
Yes, don't feed the tribbles.
AKA Heather, huh?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yup.
Hey, here's an interesting trivia fact for the week, guys. Did you realize that Will Wheaton, the guy that played Wesley Crusher, he's...
Oh my God, you don't have to tell us who Will Wheaton is. I love that guy. Sorry.
He's the exact age that Stewart was when he started playing Picard.
Oh, wow.
Back in 87.
Oh, dude, that means I'm close to that age because I'm close to Will Wheaton's age.
So how old was he when he started playing Picard?
47.
Wow.
Neil gives Cleon's headache, so
I'm waiting for the tequila. Let me know when the tequila gets out. I'll be ready.
What?
Tribbles like that.
What, the wine or the...
The Romulan ale.
What happens when you get a tribble drunk?
That would be interesting to see. I wonder how it would sound.
They don't multiply, they vibrate.
Oh no, I am not touching that. I am not touching that at all. No.
Sorry, my mind is dirty.
Tribbles are pretty dirty creatures when you think about them because that's all they do. They're horny and they purr and they multiply.
Right?
Can I get a bottle of Captain Morgan? Is this for yourself? No,
it's for the
tribbles. Papa's staying home tonight.
Whoa, Tribble.
That's what we need. We need some Tribbles to show up in Picard. Huh?
Well, if anybody could find out, you're the keeper of the Tribbles, Fred. We want to report next week.
Oh my God, they have to have Tribbles. Now that I've heard that, they have to have Tribbles.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that would be something during your year, Tribble. Oh, baby, don't talk dirty.
Well, there were a bunch of Tribbles on Deep Space Nine, right? They had to move them somewhere.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, boy. Down, Tribble.
Next year when they do the short treks, they need to do another maybe like a cartoon animated episode with Tribbles in them.
That would be interesting. Let's see what happens on that. Would be something to look out for in the future.
Picard was Locuticus aboard.
That's very cute. That's very, very cute, Heather. Locuticus. Hashtag Locuticus. Oh, that's awesome.
Locutus.
I call him the cutest. I call him the cutest because he's cute.
I thought he had a cute ass. As a little cute ass. Oh God.
Swinging those hips.
Hello.
Something tells me the Borg probably didn't assimilate a whole lot of dancing tips.
Oh, you never saw a Borg on the dance floor. You never. Do not underestimate the Borg. Their hips will assimilate you.
They're amazing at doing the robot.
Naturally. I always got a kick out of the old shows where they show the big mainframe tape machine spinning in the background. These big reel-to-reels spinning in the background. Like, wow, this is so 1960s. It's like ridiculous.
Well, there was one original Star Trek episode where they showed those reels, and they had gone back in time to 1960s Earth.
There you go. So that was modern. One. Yeah, the modern time of the era. Yeah.
Yeah. But what fascinated me about Spock's disc is they kind of look like the second generation 3.5-inch floppies.
Totally.
Yeah, not the first bigger ones that came out.
They really were probably iOmega drives.
Yeah. that just like the mini disc, that came and went so fast.
Star Trek predicting the future since 1960.
There you go.
There you go.
And how about you, Fred?
I'm just trying to round up all these loose Tribbles. Nothing worse than having Tribbles everywhere.
You can't leave the bag of Doritos out. That's bad.
No, you got to make sure they stay in containment.
So that they're no Tribble at all.
Now, because this is our first podcast, we don't have any corrections to make other than the fact of leaving the Tribbles out. That should not happen next week, hopefully. Oh, crap. Hey, Fred.
Yeah.
Fred, I think one of your Tribbles made it over here.
Just don't feed them.
Seriously. And then what did you do? This one's got like teeth. What have you been doing with these things, man?
That's the mirror universe Tribble. Did you guys see a meme where Star Trek was kind of making fun of Baby Yoda?
Yes.
Like some Star Trek producers are sitting around and they're thinking, okay, we've got to come up with something to compete with Baby Yoda. And someone goes, how about this, Baby Gorn? And then one of the guys goes, we're so dead. This is never going to work.
I think Rocky posted that on the Starfleet. Yeah, you posted on Starfleet Underground social media, didn't you?
Yeah, I did post that one. That was quite funny.
That was good.
I think the Baby Gorn could work.
It could.
I'm going to really date myself, but if any of you remember the old V series and the little alien reptile baby, that'll totally work for me. Some people were terrified by it. I thought it was really cute.
Let's see. Baby Gorn do 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 do. Baby Gorn do 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 do. I don't know.
It could work.
Maybe.
It could work.
I've even seen a baby Jabba the Hutt.
The baby Jabba.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, but I don't know if you could sing a song with that. That kind of stretches it out a little.
Yeah.
Baby Jabba the Hutt.
See, it might work. You just swing it a little bit. It'll work.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like 2 phasers in one, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that
it's
looks really
you know,
cool.
you would think stormtroopers would have these things because you could double the chance of missing.
Well, it depends on if they're shooting a red shirt or not. They'll miss. The red shirt will die anyway.
And that reminds me of another good meme where, the stormtrooper is going, I missed, and the red shirt says, I'm dead anyway.
Yeah, that was classic.
But those were cool, the weapons they had.
Oh, yeah, but they didn't do him any good because she was quick. I'm just worried that Alexa's going to order non-fat milk instead of the regular stuff I like to have.
Speaking of which, that was in the replicator this morning. Who did that? I'm sorry.
me.
1% milk to me is just white colored water.
It's an insult,
yes, it
right?
is. White colored sugar water.
What do you mean, low-fat milk doesn't go well with gagh?
No, even the gawk got out of the plate and ran from it.
Yeah, right? It doesn't like it either.
Wait a second. You guys have a replicator?
Yeah.
So tell them about the replicator. You don't know about the replicator? Dude.
No, we don't have
Seriously,
one at
don't-
DS00.
Don't tell anybody. We'll hook you up,
Where's
man.
Section 31 when you need them?
Yeah, well, we're sponsored by Section 31, so every once in a while they throw us a bone rather than helping us get home all the way. We got other ways we have to do it, but hey, like transwarp conduit? What transwarp conduit?
You never saw nothing.
Nope.
Fred?
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. And make sure you keep all your tribbles nice and happy. Happy tribble is a good tribble.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for keeping me on the replicator this time. Finally, I have my oatmeal without fur. Rocky.
Always
Oatmeal
happy to
without
help.
fur. Oh, wow. That's a luxury.
Fred, we need to talk. I found a tribble and it wasn't in the right area. It was in my dog's food and there's a problem. Yes.
Oh, come on. It should be no tribble at all, right? However, just in case, I do have this handy-dandy glommer here that's available for a nominal fee, of course.
Oh my God, I hate you. Bring it over.
You should make a rumor on that. And since we've talked about Fred here, I have to tell you, I am not a happy camper. I was taking an old-time earth water shower, and I was scrubbing myself with the loofah, except it wasn't a loofah. It was the friggin' Tribble. It is nothing like scrubbing your nether regions and have something scream at it. So
I'm telling you, they're everywhere.
I want to leave that glommer after here is done.
Well, at the very least, it got your day going, right?
That's for sure. My heart rate got so accelerated that the EMH came to find out what was going on.
If you're gonna be in the shower, probably better to scrub your nether regions with a tribble than a gremlin.
This is true.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
And we have here, go ahead, Fred, introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Fred. Happy to see everyone. And I'm the local tribble expert.
Yeah, his experiments with the tribbles. That's why we're the tribble ship.
Tribble wrangler.
Well, I did see an interesting Star Trek meme. It was like a 2-part picture. You know, in the top picture, you see Patrick Stewart getting interviewed, and he's talking about how his show is gonna, take Star Trek in a different direction, kind of like a new direction. And then the bottom picture is a picture of Daj's boyfriend, the one that, dies early in the first episode. And the caption says, and the first person to die is a red shirt. So some things stay the same.
This is true. See, he didn't even realize the danger of putting a red shirt on.
I have to go back and look down to see if he was wearing a red shirt. How did I miss that?
I couldn't even tell. I was looking at his eyes.
He was. I mean, it wasn't a bright red. It was more like reddish, purplish, but it had a reddish tint.
He knows
to
how
it,
to catch a knife really well. A little too well.
So in some ways, things stay the same.
Yeah.
and it looks like somebody put number one in the corner. He was either asleep or something, but the dog's
Where was that guard dog at?
Seriously, where was number one? We want him.
Worst guard dog ever.
Yeah, he's only been in one episode. Bring him back.
Maybe they gave him a steak or something, and he was busy.
I understand in one of the behind the scenes shows, they said that number one's actually difficult to work with.
Actually, no, I know the real reason. Number one found a Tribble, thought it was a chew toy, and now he's having a problem crapping it out.
Oh.
A lot of fur ball.
Oh my God! Can
That's
you
a
imagine?
huge fur ball.
Every time number one goes to take a dump, you hear it scream.
Now that could definitely be a little bit of a Tribble, huh?
Fred, seriously, dude, you need to get control of your Tribbles. Hairball won't stop humping my leg, and Squirrely keeps begging me for food.
Well, for a nominal fee, there is a Sklommer available.
Oh, God, okay, come over, I'll pay you. Give it to me.
Now, speaking of glommers
I
and
predict there's a good market for the Glommers, huh?
and breadcrumbs.
Can there be too much Trek?
We'll let you know when there's too much. We'll totally let it. We'll let CBS know. Like, dude, too much. Hold on. No, we'll let them know. It's okay.
I don't know. I never thought I could have too many Tribbles until I shared a ship with Fred.
Hey, happy to help.
There's definitely a lot of Tribbles. I will say that one of them got in my deck slippers the other day. It was not a happy thing to wake up, put your feet in a slipper, and have it scream at you. So that was not good. I'll tell you that. So, and once again, the EMH popped right there. Is there a medical emergency? Detected an elevated heart rate. So
that EMH, we need to deactivate him because my heart rate was elevated, but I didn't want him to come into the bedroom just at that time when that was happening. That was extremely embarrassing. That was horrible. It ruined my date night. So we need to find a way to deactivate him.
Oh, okay. Fred, you may have to edit his code on there. Remove that section, okay? Would not be good.
I think we could just adjust his normal office hours. How about that?
Right. Just take him off on Friday nights, Saturday nights. We're busy. We don't need him.
Or put him on voice summons so you can summon him rather for him to pop up all over the place.
When you need him to show up, you want him to show up. But when you're kind of, you kind of need a little privacy mode.
Right.
Oh, I did learn something important. Never talk to Klingon IT support.
You mean they didn't tell you to turn it off and turn it back on again? Did they tell you to smash?
No.
Have you tried begging it on the side 3 times?
Their first bit of advice was, have you yelled at your computer?
There you go.
Then the next piece of advice was, have you insulted its honor?
And number 3 was you had to use the bat lift, right?
Yes. Then number 3 was actually hit the computer.
With the bat lift, yeah.
Percussive maintenance is what we call that.
So the net result is you might feel a little bit better, but you'll need to buy a new computer too.
That's actually pretty funny. Your printer has no honor.
Bam. So again, don't consult Klingon IT support.
That's a good tip. Thank you. Rocky, what's going on? Any news with you?
Well, I just finally got this thing back from that little adventure I went on in the alternate universe where there was the Disneyland adventure, as it were.
Oh, that's right.
Check this thing out right here. Is not this the coolest? This is so cool.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
It's very handy. It's not as random or clumsy as a blaster, but you can slice bread with it like nobody's business.
And it's toasted when you do.
Yeah, exactly. It's one step, toast. Yeah.
So you're ready in case any Tal Shiar or Zot Vash or Borgs happen to show up? Or?
You got to be careful around the bulkheads. The bulkheads, if you slice them, you got to make sure you're doing it right the first time. Measure twice, cut once, especially around a bulkhead.
Wise.
Hey, Fred, I want you to get on there to see if you can put that thing through the replicator so we can have one for boarding party issues.
Yes, I want
For sure.
So that will work.
Trying to figure out how to spell her name before you got to see it spelled out on the Memory Alpha.
Yeah.
You got to be very careful what your Google search is going to bring up with you now. If you keep on typing vajazzle, it looks like something else. That there's a trend that was popular. I don't know if it's still popular, but if you're going to Google that, be very careful how you type it.
Right?
Yeah.
No
autocorrect.
Yeah.
There is one trick to that, Rocky. Like if you hear a weird name in the show and you're trying to figure out how to spell it, turn on the closed captions. Go back, rewatch the scene with closed captions.
I do that all the time. I do it all the time. By the way, Fred, going back to the Betazoid comment, she's not a Betazoid, she's a beta bitch.
That is true.
And a pro tip, if you're going to be Googling grandfather clock, do not forget the L.
Very important safety tip.
It was not a good search, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
We have plenty of those. Thank you, Fred.
You got to let me know if that device you got there, that, what did you call it? A light knife?
Laser sword.
Life dagger? I think it's a sword.
Yes.
Whether or not if it works on getting rid of tribbles.
It's just slices them and then you got small slices of tribble. It's just no fun for anybody.
It probably slices them and then you have two tribbles, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah, you just get tribbles with singed fur.
Right, and they don't squeal anymore.
They're just kind of angry. Yeah.
That's scary. Very scary and totally illogical.
Yeah. You don't want to get into that kind of thing. Yeah. It's completely illogical.
I wonder if they ever make a Borg tribble.
A Borg tribble. Huh?
That tribble has a mohawk.
I have one with teeth in here, so I don't know what you've been doing, Fred. So no idea. Just be careful.
I saw Fred feeding his tribble some weird stuff. I think that's why we have the different variations around here.
Well, the same old tribbles. I don't want people to get too bored.
Just don't splice your DNA with the tribble. That's all I ask.
And I know the tribbles that you're feeding Romulan ale to, or Romulan whiskey to, because those are the blue tribbles running around.
Hey, and they're in a good mood, right?
Oh yeah, they're swaying and swerving, and they're looking like they're having a good old time.
Party tribbles.
Party tribble.
Perfect for Free Cloud.
Right?
Hey, party tribbles. That would be a great idea for Vegas. The next Star Trek convention.
There you go.
Thank you also for bringing Fred's glommers, because they're in high demand on the ship. And we all know why. Because of all the friggin' tribbles that are all over the place. And good morning, Heather. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you. And Fred?
Hey, everyone. Welcome back. And I'm happy to hear that the glommers are doing their job.
Finally, this is the first morning I didn't step on one. So I'm quite happy about that.
Of course, we might have to put the glommers on an exercise program. I mean, yeah, they're
getting kind of chunky.
Tribbles. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they are. I saw one in the corner of the room, kind of almost looking like Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Glommer.
Jabba the Glommer. A tribble rolled by, and it was just too fat and lazy to actually even reach out and get it. So that's a good thing.
I just looked up the spelling of that planet. It is an N. It's Nepenthe, and it turns out it's a real word too. It's defined as a potion used by the ancients to reduce forgetfulness, the pain, or sorrow.
You
just broke up there, Fred.
Nepenthe is also a real word. It's defined as a potion used by the ancients to induce forgetfulness of pain or sorrow.
I'm glad you cleared that up because when you cut out, it sounded like you said it was a potion from the anals. And I was like, what? I'm like, no. We're not expressing any glands here, people. Nope, sorry. And I killed the mood.
I don't know how to cover from that. That's
so I don't know. Like I said, maybe there's some symbolism to the name they picked.
Maybe the planet is intoxicating like a potion.
Yeah, and then she goes and scans everything and tears the whole place up, which, by the way, when they come back to the room and you see the room completely messed up and everything, it basically looked like Fred's Tribbles when they go and they party in my room and then I come in and it's a complete and utter disaster. That was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, oh my God, Fred, your Tribbles are partying again. We need to talk.
Well, hey, Tribbles need to have a good time too, right?
Tribbles like to party.
They need to stay away from that Romulan ale.
For sure.
And please stop with the modification.
We'll just give them some of the Klingon blood wine. Huh?
No, don't do that, because the last time one of them was sitting on my desk and I heard it go, feed me. So
yeah, they're really pushy.
Maybe we'll just give them some of Picard's vintage. Some wine from his vineyard.
No, because then I'll hear one in the room on date night going, make it so.
Either that or you'll hear it. Either that or you'll hear it be like, brr, brr, brr. And your date will be like, what's that?
Also in engineering, I am usually trying to avoid stepping on Fred's Tribbles. He has a couple down here, and you just kind of step around them because they tend to keep out of the way. But every once in a while, you just step down and you hear a little, oh my goodness, I stepped on one.
Well, we got to keep you on your toes somehow, right?
Yeah.
Hey, at least you didn't wake up to it like doing the
Yes.
They're definitely all over the ship, I will tell you that. I found that what did they used to call it back in the 21st century? Oh, yeah, child gates. I found that if I put a child gate up in front of my quarters, they don't get in.
So that's what I need to do. Oh, my God. Yeah. Does the replicator do that? Could I go to the replicator?
Yes, you can, but you got to put it in stages because it won't call.
Yeah, it's only so big. You got to go. If you want to use a jumbo-sized replicator, we got one down here. You can just whip one up at about one stage. Yeah.
So some assembly is required.
Yes.
It's like IKEA.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Heather, please make sure I have the coffee.
On my way.
We're going to get like a coffee sponsorship any moment now.
We're going to need it.
You're going to get a truckload of coffee delivered to your house. And you have no idea where to put it.
Hey, that's better than the truckload of Tribbles we got.
That's true. That is true.
Speaking about Tribbles, we all get together and wish Fred a safe journey. Don't know why Section 31 picked him up. We'll probably find out next week.
Fred, we need to talk about your Tribbles again. Just saying. Those little ankle biters.
Yeah, I guess you have to get in line, Heather. Section 31 wanted to have a chat about that last week, too.
Oh, no.
Seems like they're getting tired of all these Tribbles popping up everywhere. All I can say, it's a good thing that Picard and company weren't visiting K7 because there might still be a Tribble or two roaming around there, even after all these many years.
Well, welcome back, man. We missed you for 2 weeks. It kept you on that away mission.
Yeah, well, duty calls sometimes, unfortunately, but I'm back.
Ooh, yeah. I bet you're full of all sorts of good information. Okay, details. I want classified information.
Well, it started out, I was just sitting here innocently, processing all the wonderful data. No pun intended. And then suddenly, Section 31 just transported me away and...
Censored by Section 31.
Really?
So
that's what they had you do?
Whoa.
Yes. That's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
That's an incredible story.
I mean, what the hell? You won't be even to show anybody that medal. Wow.
Nobody's going to believe you, man. Nobody.
I know, but maybe someday. Never know. The truth will come out.
Well, at least now we know where you got your Tribble foot keychain.
That's for sure.
An interesting tale for sure. Well, hey, did you hear about the live breaking news that just came out just moments ago?
What?
The Borg invasion of Earth has been canceled.
What? I was all ready for that.
On account of the latest viral issue that's circulating around
I
the
had
globe.
retuned all the phasers to rotating frequencies. I was ready. Oh my God, that is so annoying.
Who would have thought
Well, I guess even Borg have standards, believe it or not.
They didn't want the virus either. Virus and computer opponents don't mix.
That's true.
I have a cat in a box right now. I named him Schrodinger's.
So you don't know if he's there or not until you open the box.
Yeah, but I'm not opening the box.
What could be a catastrophe?
Oh man.
That
was pretty bad.
All right, yeah, I'll admit that.
Then I'll have to lead you with a horrible dad joke then. What's heavier, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane?
Water?
Yes, you're correct. Water is heavier because butane is a lighter fluid.
Oh.
Cool.
I know, that's horrible. Oh, great. Section 31 is here. Take me away for doing a bad joke
that's
like that.
not good.
No. Okay. I'm going to tell you today.
Our jokes might be why the synthetics want to get rid of the organics.
Bad jokes would be a good reason.
They're sick of listening to us.
It was really, really bad.
Fred, I just got back from the holodeck, and your tribbles, you need to pick up after them when you go in there and walk them. I'm just saying.
Hey, no worries, Heather. I'll just donate all the tribbles to the Klingons. They'll have a blast with them. Right, Chris?
I'll probably eat them.
I have no idea how this is possible, but how are the tribble droppings actually bigger than the tribbles themselves? Like, I don't get it. Like, somebody explain that to me. I'd appreciate it.
They store it up until it's too big for their body.
That's how
And before we get over to Rocky here, I also have a complaint here to Fred. One of them got in my quarters the other night. I woke up this morning and I looked down and I thought, oh my God, I have to do manscaping. And it wasn't. It was the tribble. Please find a way to keep them out the room.
You still need to do manscaping. You forget we've shared a room at conventions. You still need to manscape.
And Rocky, introduce yourself.
I will not be talking about manscaping. Oh my God.
There have been rumors about, Star Trek Section 31. Everyone wants a Captain Pike show.
I heard a rumor that we're going to get a spin-off with Raffi and 7 of 9. Woohoo!
Yeah,
it's going to be a comedic romantic comedy, like.
Well, I heard something like that too, but I also heard that maybe Elron is going to tag along with her too.
I bet he wishes.
Oh, and then the latest one, this is more of a fan request, is, some fans are starting to say we need a Captain Riker series.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I second that.
He looked damn good.
So good in
He looked damn good in the
I
captain's
completely
chair.
second that.
Oh, yeah. Now, here's an interesting idea. How about Star Trek Tribble?
Yeah. I second that one too. Trek Tribbles.
Trek Tribbles. Star Trek Tribble.
That could make a great animated series.
I would see that as a short cartoon. That would be kind of funny.
I would love that.
Yeah, a short track, huh?
And also like the fact that you saw what's his face? What's the guy's name again? The Romulan. When he went off the Borg cube, Derek,
Derek.
I love how nobody can get a name right in this podcast. That's the best thing about this podcast. Nobody has anybody's name correct.
No. Then you had Elron followed him.
Yeah. I tell you though, the house that Riker and Troy have, it's awesome.
It looked very, very comfortable.
Right.
Oh, it looked like paradise.
Looks like. Fortunately,
Section 31?
Section 31's calling me. They've got some top secret mirror universe mission for me. So
Oh,
Gotta attend to that. Judy
don't bring
calls.
any tribbles back, okay? Leave the tribbles there.
please, we don't need any more tribbles.
I shall try.
Hey, Rocky, let down the transport inhibitor so he can get going.
Okay. Deactivated. Okay. See you later, Fred.
See you later. Take care.